Hello and welcome to this surprise live stream. It's been quite a while since I last did one of these, and I'm looking forward to doing one of these. Seeing as I found, what is this plugin called? NeoFly. So yeah, NeoFly is just a career mod for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's quite an interesting, not plugin, quite an interesting application. And yeah, today we're gonna try and do some missions on there. Okay, now if we open up NeoFly here, this is what it looks like. It looks something like this. And today we're starting a mission in Nairobi, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. And I'm really interested to see these, what are they called? Not health missions, doctor missions. I did try a few times back, but they're actually quite interesting. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen today. So yeah, it does generate, if you don't know what NeoFly is, it's an application that gives you missions to do, because for the seasoned flight simulators, or flight sim players, seasoned flight simulators, what am I saying? For the seasoned players, it can be difficult to know what to do. Because if you imagine, okay, looks like my sound is going up a little bit too much. Yeah, but as I was saying, if you imagine you are, for example, you have the whole world, literally the whole world, at your disposal, and you need to have a mission. So this just sorts things out for you. So over here it has missions. You can do some trading with the market here. So for example, if I wanted to go from Jomo Kenyatta to say Dubai. What is Dubai? OMDB. Okay, I can search goods and how much each good is going to cost me, and what type of profit there will be, and all that stuff, and then select my aircraft here. But I'm not going to be doing that now. Then you can hire some staff to fly your missions for you, having a hangar which has all the aircraft that you own. FBO, I haven't used that. Log, this is how many missions you've done. Finance, and then over here I think this is multiplayer. I'm not sure what multiplayer is, but that is it. Alright, and over here there's some missions as well. Fight the pandemic. I haven't done any of these yet, but they sound very interesting. Today my mission is going to be rescue, and if you come back here, there was an interesting mission that I had already scouted out. So looking at the map now, if you look over here, okay, that's Tower. He wants me to contact him. Just type in. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, if you look at the mission map here, there's a few missions that I can and cannot do. So over here on the left hand side, you can see there's a bunch of red stuff, meaning my rank is not yet high enough for me to be doing such missions. Right now I can only do medical emergency missions, or mail delivery missions, like basic stuff, cargo missions. And then as you step up your rank, you'll end up with such missions as secret passenger, or VIP missions where you fly dignitaries all around, special sensitive cargo missions, that kind of stuff. But that's not what I'm interested in today. What I'm interested in is doing these emergency missions, because you have to land as close as possible to the emergency site. Not the emergency site, what am I saying? The emergency aircraft. Usually we'll have some aircraft accidents and you have to take a doctor out there. Okay. But if you have a look here, most of these missions are out in the middle of a forest or in the middle of nowhere. Okay, this I could do, because our aircraft crashed somewhere next to a road. We could land. Oh, that's not a road, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's a boundary, it's not a road. But we could land in one of those fields. And then over here, this one is, yeah, we're not going there with a PC6. This is one of the tougher locations. You're gonna land in the trees. Probably a helicopter could do in that situation. Let's have a look. There's another one over here. Oh no, that's the first one I looked at. There's another one down here. And yeah, this is also doable. Okay, but it's quite far. And I don't want to have you guys sit there and wait too much. Okay, so yeah, let us get this baby started. As you can see, this is the cockpit of the Pilatus Porter PC6. Now this has been one of the newer aircraft that came with Flight Simulator when they did the Game of the Year updates a few weeks ago. I think it was November, or yeah, it was November. And I love the sounds on this aircraft. It handles quite well. It's actually pretty good. So yeah, let's just make sure we have the right payload, because this thing is gonna make some noise if I don't put in enough fuel. I'll just give myself quite a bit of fuel, and we'll make a plan. And coming back here, plan of action is to head out towards the Lake Elementator, that one. And aircraft crashed at the junction right about here, so we might need to either land on the highway, which is never gonna happen, or probably land on this dirt road here. So I'll just assume the police blocked this road off and we'll come in and land here, but that's if it's wide enough over here, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's jump back into the sim and then do something interesting. Okay, so this here is one of the aircraft, as I was saying, that came with the Game of the Year edition. Very good looking aircraft. Right now I need to call up tower, so I'm gonna turn the radios on. It's quite windy, yeah. I hope it's on live weather. Yeah, it is on live weather. I'm gonna bring the time back 6 hours or 12 hours. So right now it is 4:42 Zulu. That's 16:42. So I'm gonna put it to 4:42, and that's an early morning flight. Okay, let me give these guys a call. It's 1187. 187. Okay, so it's 50 miles. We're going to be cruising at around 120 knots. So I'm estimating about 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. So that's what I'm going to relay to the controller. Radio check. Let's try and get the 80s first. To do decimal 6. See if my radio is working. Okay, seems like I'm not working, so I'm just gonna reconnect. Radio check. Oh wait, it's not working. My PTT button is not working. Oh, there we go.
Nairobi information, Charlie is current at time 1600. Wind 07 degrees, 12 knots, captured 2,600 feet, dew point 1, temperature 15, runway 06 in use for arrivals and departure, departure frequency 122.8. Advise you have information Charlie on board and aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, information Charlie is on board. Let's give him a call. So, oh no, I did not. I did not copy the cue.
0 degrees, 12 knots, scattered 2,600 feet, dew point 21, temperature 15, runway 06 in use for arrivals and departure, departure frequency 122.8. Advise you have information Charlie on board and aircraft type on first contact. Nairobi information Charlie is current at time 1600, winds 070 degrees, 12 knots, scattered 2,600 feet, dew point 21, temperature 15, runway 06 in use.
Nairobi, good evening. Mike Whiskey 2. Does he hear me? Let me just check the mic settings, because I know this mic can become a problem. Oh, it's working. Perfect. Nairobi, good evening. Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, let's just start up. And then we'll give him a call when we're done starting up. Okay, so starting up, I'm gonna turn these lights off, turn on my beacon light, generate.
Mike Whiskey 2, Nairobi Tower. Sorry, how do you read?
Reading is strength 5. Good evening. Mike Whiskey 2 is a Pilatus PC6. Requesting startup for flight to Giggly and back. Duration will be 1 hour. We have 3 hours of fuel. And we have information Charlie. Mike Whiskey 2.
Mike Whiskey 2, if you're able to file a flight plan, that would be great, please.
Okay, I'll do that just now. Okay, so they want me to file a flight plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into NeoFly and grab the coordinates from there. This search zone. It's near Gilgil. Well, that's going to be a... It's going to be interesting. Okay, so let's just shut this down so you don't waste too much battery, and then I'm gonna have to file the flight plan. I'm gonna have to grab some coordinates here, and then we can move on. Okay, let me get some music going just in the meantime, just so we don't have too much silence. There we go. Okay, so it's next to Lake Esta. Lake Gilgil. What are these coordinates here? Don't we have an airport in this area? Okay, I'll just use Naishi airstrip. What are the Naishi airstrip? IQ. Okay, that doesn't work. What are the coordinates of this place? make it 1700. That's taking far longer than I was expecting. So direct to now I do not see the coordinates here. I'm just gonna have to estimate. So that's the equator. What is Nakuru Airport? Nakuru Airport. That should definitely have an ICAO code. HKNK. Okay. And back. And we'll be cruising at what is MSA in this area? Just gonna find that out quickly. I wasn't expecting TAR to be open today. I was just gonna cruise low level. Okay, so MSA in this area is about 9,000. So I'm guessing what I'm gonna do is I'll just plug in 11,500 as negative 12,500. True speed will be about 130. We have 3 hours of fuel, we're good to go. Okay, so let's give that flight plan a while. In the meantime, let's just do a quick cockpit tour. So, starting from the back here. Yeah, as I was saying, starting from the bottom here, we have our fire extinguishers down here, and our pedals there. Let's just see if the... Yep, there we go. We have a seat, a makeshift seat for, I think, the Loadmaster, because I have the cargo version, but this is where the doctor's gonna sit today. It doesn't even have a seat belt, but I mean, they don't need a seat belt if we have a hard landing. I mean, they'll go straight into the dashboard. Okay, what did I put in? HKNK. Okay, so it's asking me to clarify what my arrival airport is. I just gave you Nakuru as my arrival and returning. So we have a fuel valve here. We have altimeters. And then this is what? Igniter selector switch. So left, right, both. Left it on both. Over here we have what looks to be... Oh. What is this? This is our trim. So our elevator trim. There we go. Turn coordinator or turn and slip indicator. Then you have your warnings over here. Speed, your basic 6-pack. And this is your fuel management kind of instrument thingy. I don't know what that is, but then you have your engine gauges, engine controls for ignition, navigation, transponder over here on the right, then lights down here, and electrics, circuit breakers. And then over on the top here you have your oil temperature and oil pressure. You have an oil cooler that you need to cool by hand, and then suction for your vacuum instruments, and then fuel quantity over here on the right. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Up here you have aileron trim, and yeah, that's it. Okay, let's give him a call now. Okay, let's just turn the cabin lights off. What are they on? Nairobi from Mike Whiskey 2.
Mike Whiskey 2, did you receive clearance?
Please again. Could you please say again for Mike Whiskey 2?
Mike Whiskey 2, QNH 1020, startup is approved, report when ready to taxi.
1020 startup approved, ready for taxi next, Mike Whiskey 2. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna turn ignition on, booster pump will come on, beacon lights on, clear right. Okay, there's this homeboy here, tell him to fly. Then we're gonna start this baby up. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, just quickly to talk you through the start. We're looking for 12% on here, and then after we get to about 46% I can release the starter. Okay, so 12% will be to add fuel, and then 46% will be to release the starter, so let's go. Startup can come on. Prop is still feathered. I'm gonna unfeather it. And there we go. Good start. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull up the, the checklist, the official manufacturer's checklist for the PC6, and do some after start checks here. Okay, after engine start, generator switch is gonna come on. Wrong switch. Wrong. There we go. Generator switch is on. NG is good, about 51%, yes. Radio master is on, battery Unix on, compass is synchronized, so you see reading 060 here, and it's not reading the same, so I'm going to turn it till 060 is a reading. So compass is set. Visual horizons erect, so you'd have to pull this, there we go, and they erect. API box, before taxi, passenger secure, landing lights as required, nav lights as required. QNH was 1020, so I'm going to set that in the little window here. So 10, oh, wrong side. 1020, and airfield elevation here is 5,330, so yeah, that's perfect. It's about 50 feet off, but that's perfect. Okay. Alright, then we can call this guy up, tower up for taxi. And RB Mike Whiskey 2 information, Charlie, ready to taxi.
Mike Whiskey 2, taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 06, report when ready for departure.
Alpha holding point 06, ready for departure next, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, let's just activate the mission in NeoFly.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. A plane has just crashed. Bring the doctor to the crash site.
Okay, as you can hear, we have to bring the doctor to the crash site. Okay, landing lights.
Good morning, pilot. Bring me as close as possible to the crash.
I promise I will, ma'am. I'll bring you as close as possible to that crash.
Transporter, medic on board. Go, go, go.
Alright, we cleared the taxi, cleared to the left. That fuel truck, we're just gonna pretend he's not there. And then we're taxiing via Alpha to holding point runway 06. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a right here. And instruments are looking good, all working correctly. Okay, so when I'm taxiing, I'm checking 3 instruments. I'm checking my turn and slip indicator is working, showing a turn in the correct direction. So it is. DI is working, compass is free, and you can see we're in taxiway alpha over here. Yeah, she doesn't take a lot to get rolling. She just wants to go. Okay. Right, let's just quickly bring up the before takeoff checks and see what we can do before we get to the runway. So taxiing, instruments have been checked, trims, oh. That's why you don't run checklists while taxiing. She just wants to go. Trims are working, flaps, we're gonna set now, takeoff. Flight controls, we're gonna check when we get to the holding point. Altimeter is set, fuel quantity is checked, aux fuel pump is gonna come on. All temperatures looking good in the green. She just wants to. Ooh. Anti-ice is required. Instruments checked. Heating control off. Doors and windows are closed. Okay, let's just quickly check our flight control. Ailerons to the right. To the left. Navigator is working. Control the full green and direct. Then when we line up, all we're going to do is lock the tail wheel, and then rudder pedals will be free, and then idle to high idle.
Mike Whiskey 2, you are clear to your destination as filed flight level 125, VFR, squawk 7000.
The destination is filed, flight level 125, squawk 7000, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, so let's just put in our squawk here, 7000. Just put it on alt, just so he can see us. Yes, this thing just wants to go. Okay. So after departure, I'm expecting a left-hand turn onto the left downwind, and then, or right-hand turn, sorry, onto the right downwind, and then routing outbound to the north. Oh, there we go. Brakes are hard on the sim. Okay, let's call ready for departure. The fire truck is on the runway, but I don't know what we're gonna do in this case. Mike Whiskey 2, ready holding point, runway 06.
Mike Whiskey 2, left-hand turn out, wind 070, for not clear takeoff, runway 06, report to airborne.
Left-hand turn out, clear takeoff, runway 06, report airborne, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, you can turn all these lights on, strobes on, landing lights are on. Are you guys ready for departure? Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna hold the brakes, bring the power up to 41.3 psi. There we go. Power's looking good. T's and P's are flying green. She just wants to fly already. And we're off the ground. Wow, that was good.
Fly safe, and good luck with the landing.
Thank you, thank you. Mike was continuing everyone.
Mike Whiskey 2, roger.
Okay, so we're looking for about 70 knots in the climb. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I think it's my PDD keys coupled with the river. Let me change the key.
Mike Whiskey 2, early turnout is approved. Monitor Unicom 122.8.
Early left approved. Unicom 122.8 Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, after takeoff checks, I'm gonna bring my power back to about 40, bring that RPM down. And then flaps are up. Tail is landing lights off as well. And we're pitching for about 70 knots. Okay, so you're gonna switch to 122.8.
QE 8640 Nairobi Tower.
Actually, I'll just keep the ATC chatter on in the background.
QE 8640 Nairobi Tower.
Right. So transition altitude here is 9,000. So we'll switch over to 1013 in the altimeter setting. Now, funny enough, this aircraft doesn't have autopilot, so this whole flight is by hand, which is fine. I don't mind. Okay, we can advance this torque just a little bit more. Now, if we come up to NeoFly over here and have a look at the map, you can see there we just departed, and we're going to need to fly northwesterly towards Lake Naivasha, somewhere in this direction. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our destination on the GPS over here. I'm going to put our destination as HKNK, so direct to Hotel Kilo November Kilo. There we go. And that'll be a good reference. But as you can see, we're just flying around this prohibited area here. I think that's Nairobi City. Once we get above flight level 100, we can go overhead it. But as of now, we're stuck down here. Okay, so there's 9,000 feet of transition altitude. We're going to set our QNH to 1013. There we go, passing to flight level 90. And once we're clear of this airspace, we're going direct to our destination. Beautiful day here, according to the game, that is. I know this game, so many people have issues with the weather in this game because they're always complaining about how the weather is not necessarily what it seems. It's always a little bit off or a little bit behind. Okay, there's flight level 100. Let's start that right hand turn, and I'm gonna go direct, enter. Okay, we're still a little bit into the prohibited area, but we'll just keep flying around it. such a beautiful day today. And over here is the Nairobi National Park. Okay, we're climbing quite good in this bird. She goes quite well. Okay, let's quickly pull up the map and have a look at our destination. So it's right next to this little lake, just the beam in the highway. So this is the lake we're going to be looking for, Lake Elementaita. Okay, there's 11,500. I'll fly to 115, we have 1,000 foot to go. Down there's Nairobi Wilson, not the busiest airport in Africa. It's quite busy. Okay, let's get back to flying the plane. Okay, it's supposed to level off in about 100 feet. Lower that nose. Right there. That's perfect. Set cruise power. I'm actually doing much better than I anticipated. I was expecting us to about 130 knots, so we're doing about 150 knots, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. I still do not see this lake anywhere. It should be in this general area. I'm curious to see what aircraft crashed, because NeoFly sometimes will have aircraft crashing, like jumbo jets crashing, and then you'll find like a little Cessna that's been upside down. It's weird. Coming here to the GPS, let's have a look. Yeah, so I don't think that's the lake, is it? No, that's not our lake. Our lake is next to that one. Get this baby back in trim. No, it's after this one. Heading to, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful day to fly. Okay, getting about 154 knots ground speed. And we know that the wind was easterly when we took off, so I'm expecting to land easterly when we get to our destination there to deliver the doctor to save millions of lives. And I do have a small app here that shows me what the surface wind is. So as you can see, it's pretty much directly from the east. So we want to be landing in this direction when we get to our airport. But if you have a look at the map on NeoFly, well, coming down here to our destination, we do have that little road. Actually, it's perfectly aligned with the wind, so my guess is we're gonna approach somewhere over the lake, coming in, something like this, touchdown, drop the doctor off, head back to Nairobi. And then when we're back in Nairobi, we'll see if we have time for one more mission. Probably another mission of the sort. I see there's some wildfire missions here, but we'll see. I don't think I can do wildfire missions yet. I'm not yet at that rank yet. And what is this here? American Airlines. Air France, what's going on there? Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll try one more mission and then see how it goes. As for now, we're just chilling, sitting back and enjoying the ride. Okay, just left away for a second there, but I'm back now. Yeah, getting quite cold here. You can imagine we're in the middle of summer, but this whole day I don't think it's gone past about 12 degrees. It was about 8 degrees this morning, so I'm a little bit confused in that sense. Okay, I want to make sure we clear up the restricted area before proceeding. So I can come in here. Yep. So you can go direct to Nakuru again. There we go. It's giving me a track. Track to destination of 333, and we're tracking. I'm just turning to the right, so about 333. Oh, we'll climb about 200 feet. I was looking at the GPS. And we'll see what heading we're getting here. So about a heading of 335. And we're gonna just keep flying towards this, just to the right of this hill here. So an important thing when flying visually is to use reference points. And I know so many students struggle with navigating visually, because they're too busy looking inside trying to maintain this, when in fact you should be looking there trying to maintain that where it is. Because if I maintain whatever is outside, well, what's inside is not going to change at all. So you can see that even without doing anything, just by flying straight towards this little hill here, we're good to go. And then as we get closer, we're just going to pick a new reference a little bit further along. So yeah, it's that's how easy it is to maintain your heading. Okay, and then if I was to look down, for example, and maybe look at my map, look at whatever, it's easy for me to look up and see that, oh, there's my hill. That means we did not change our heading. Okay, so DI, I did set it right now to compass. Looks like we're looking good on fuel. Oil temperature's looking good. Fuel pressure, oil pressure's looking good. Ah, we lost suction. That's interesting. Where's our suction? Oh. So I cannot trust these instruments now. But yeah, that's not good. That's definitely not good. But we'll see what it. Just keep a good eye on that. The instrument seems to be working fine. I can imagine if it was IMC and I saw that happen, well, that would be very interesting. Because now, the only thing to indicate your pitch is your altitude now. Because I'll know if I'm climbing or descending that my pitch is not right. And it's a secondary effect, so it's not directly, it doesn't show your pitch directly, it only shows the effect of your pitch. So flying with such a, it does get difficult, but you do practice that when you're doing your instrument rating. Just so if you do find yourself in such a situation, you're good to go. And then for my bank, I can use my compass and my turn and slip indicator here to show if I'm turning to one side, which is also an effect of banking one side. And with such situations, you want to be as smooth as possible on the controls in order to avoid a situation where you're chasing needles, which can result in some problems for yourself. Okay, so have a look. A little hill over here. Here's the first lake, but it's not the one we're looking for. We're looking for the second lake. So if I come over here to the VFR map, oh, that's not it. Looks like we have a prohibited area here. What is that? What is down here? Is it a secret? I don't know. Maybe it's someone important lives here, so they don't want anyone flying overhead. But yeah, as I was saying, if we come and look at the map now, what I'm looking for is this lake here. So it's the lake after this. If I keep going straight overhead here, it's going to be the lake right after that one. This is actually not a little hill, this is a volcano. You know, when you're up this high. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down low and we can see do some low level over the lake there. Because why not? I'm going to start my descent now. It's a beautiful day. I don't have to worry about clouds or anything. I just need to be conscious of the terrain. Make sure I do not put myself into a situation that I cannot recover from. Which would be quite interesting. Okay, how's the doctor doing? Or just imagine the doctor sitting over there. Get a little bit closer. I was thinking I broke something. Oh yeah, this is like a dormant volcano. And I'm not a geologist, but quite active. Let's just quickly go down and see the view from down there. I'm just gonna go up to the peak and see what it looks like from here. What a view. And there's the aircraft up there. I see it banking rides. Oh no, it's not. Perfectly trimmed. But yeah, this looks like such an epic view. Wow, I can imagine falling down the cliffside now. This definitely looks like a place I'd like to visit. Amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot, I was still tuned on the towers.
245 Nairobi Tower good, you can average 5 by 5.
Okay, So if I bring
Can
up
you
the
245
street map,
Alpha, can you just confirm you have information Charlie Gun 2912020?
we're approaching the town of, oh, looks like Naivasha, Lake Naivasha. So this here should be Naivasha, or on the other side of the lake.
Can you 245 Alpha, you get to your destination file, the flight level 390, climb initially flight level 110.
Someone's going up to 390.
Can you 245 Alpha disregard standby?
Yeah, lots of options. If we did have an engine failure, we can pretty much go anywhere. Right here. We have lots of fields here. Flying over the mountains a little bit tricky, but over here it's perfect. I just hope we don't have an engine failure. We have lots of fuel left. We're squawking 7,000, so that's the VFR frequency. VFR squawk, sorry. I'm guessing in Europe, because where I did my training it was 2,000, and in South Africa it's squawking 2,000 the whole time. But 7,000, I'm guessing that's the European squawk code. Looks actually quite nice. So yeah, we have lots of high terrain. That's why we needed to go quite high. But I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do left-hand orbit. Go down the eastern shores of the lake and then continue. I know it's an emergency, but we're gonna have to wait. Anyway, if you're just joining, welcome to the stream. We're doing an emergency mission on NeoFly. We're supposed to go save some people from a plane crash, but I'm taking a detour to check the views out over here. So I'm going to do a left-hand desaving orbit.
762.
Now, you see, the thing with water is it looks the same from 20,000 feet as it does from 500 foot, so it's very difficult to judge your height above, especially clear water like it is right now. If it has a bit of waves on it, it's easier to judge, so that's something to be careful about. There's been so many accidents where people literally flew the plane into the water because they couldn't see it. They thought they were higher than they were. So that's just something to be very, very careful of. That's why I'm not looking at the water in such a situation. I'm looking at the land close by. Though when you get down low, the land might also create an illusion of the sorts, bringing you into such a situation. Okay, but let's just look here. What I don't like now is whenever I'm trying to move the camera, my controls are frozen. So if I was in a bad situation to begin with, the controls would be frozen. I'm just gonna go down the edge of this lake. I see some. The AI didn't do quite a good job here, but we'll just forget it. There's a soccer field. Okay, so we're gonna just skirt the edge here and then continue on our journey. I don't know what these are. Probably factories or greenhouses, farms. Alright, there we go. What's going on? How is this guy driving in the middle of a field? Okay, start bringing the power back in. And take a trip along the shores of Lake Naivasha. Just want to carry enough speed that in case something were to go wrong, we can easily gain some altitude or trade that speed for height, giving us more time to make a decision. Now, as part of the Game of the Year edition, there was an amphibian PC6 released, but I'm not a huge fan of that one because the water physics or taxing on water in FS 2020 is quite hectic sometimes. And I'm just playing around right now. The doctor is probably wondering what the hell is wrong with this guy. Said Doc, relax, we'll be on our way. I mean, there's not much to see at the shores except for that road that goes into the lake. But what can we see? Oh, there's our shadow. Oh, what is this? Disappeared. I don't expect the lake to be going uphill. But I know in FS 2020 anything can happen. Oh, it's not uphill. Okay, let's head back towards our destination. We should be there in about 5 more minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit of power. Let's get up to about 500 foot AGL. And we know we're moving in the right direction. Come up to the VFR map. That's feet. There we go. Yeah, so from the lake here, we should be heading back to the track of 333. That will take us towards our lake. This must be one of the better areas to fly in. Looks like it's quite an experience, or quite the experience. Got the river here. Is the river anywhere near our destination? Let me just check. Where am I? No, we're next to the highway. Actually, we can follow this road here, just off to our right. This will take us straight to the accident site. Yeah, this is gonna make our life a lot more easier. Well, a lot easier, a lot more easier. And we can take the scenic route. You can see there's a lot of traffic on the end. This was the highway I wanted to land on, but yeah, this is not gonna work. So there we go, highway takes a left there and continues to the left. So and we'll just follow it there. And we're almost there. Let's start making arrangements. So QNH is 1022. Let me just plug that in. Just so we know what we're dealing with. That's 1020. Yes, 1020. If I wanted to, I could cheat and just press B. And yep, it sets the altimeters and they're both 1020 now. I'm going a little bit too fast. Beautiful day to fly. See, there's a hotel in the middle of a field. How did they even get there? I think the game thought the change in color was a house. I don't know what this is. This might be a railway of sorts. Because here's the highway. And it continues on to the left. Okay, and then we should be able to see. They will notify us as we're getting closer to our destination from within about 3 miles. Yeah, there's quite a bit of traffic down there. And these cars are so freaking fast. I remember some time back I landed on the road and at final approach I was doing about 65 to 70 knots. And these guys were doing about 75 knots. And lots of traffic, so this is definitely not an option. I mean, we can put it down to the side here in the grass right next to the highway if anything were to go wrong. But as I said, on the roads, yeah, and all this traffic is heading this way, which is unusual. If you had no option and you had to land with the traffic, land on the road, you have to land with the traffic. So try your best to land in the same direction as the traffic to avoid getting yourself into a situation where you land with someone coming head on. But that's as a final resort. If there's space on the side of the road, go for that. Or in the middle of the road, just go for it. The traffic is not too bad. Well, perfect. You have a runway now. You can land it right there. And no one's gonna ask too many questions. They're just gonna take videos for Twitter. Okay, some power lines here. Did not see. If I was going low level, that would have been a problem. That's why I try to keep a bit high, about 500 feet or so. Okay, looks like we are at our little lake, and our accident site was right next to the southern shore of the lake. There's a little road, and it's right next to that road. Okay, so I see there's the lake. There's the southern shores. There's a little road. They should notify us. We're getting closer. I'm just hoping that we don't have too many issues with that. Okay, there's the southern shore. That's my road. It breaks off from the highway. I think that's the road in front of us there. Okay, let's just quickly check the wind, just to make sure.
Transporter form dispatched.
There
You
we
are
go.
less than 3 miles from the drop zone. Find a way to land.
Okay, so it's the next road branching off. They said I'm less than 3 miles from the drop zone. And this aircraft crashed somewhere next to the highway. I just start slowing down so we can look for them. Yeah, there's my little road. Aircraft crashed somewhere here. Oh, there's a fire truck. There's a bus. Where is the plane? Don't tell me the bus is what crashed. You telling me we came this whole way for a bus? I could have never seen that coming. Wow. Wow. Wind is light and variable, so I'm just going to scout the area as well, see where our best touchdown zone would be. But there's no way we came this way for a bus. Come on. You've got to be joking. Okay, so here's our road. Okay, I'm guessing it wasn't an aircraft emergency, or this is an Airbus without its wings. Yeah, that was a high-level joke. Maybe there's something in the trees there, I don't know.
Kenya 245 Alpha, new information Delta is current, QNH 1021.
QNH is 1021, so
QNH1021, connected to Hokkaido.
Okay, I'm gonna fly it downwind now. We'll land facing this line. Okay, let's do our downwind checks. Can turn our fuel pump on, ignition, landing lights. No flaps 10 degrees. We're gonna bring that prop forward. And let's just make sure. So I want to touch down right in that area where there's a clearing. Oh! Whenever I move the camera, the controls freeze. I'm looking for about 75 on base and about 65 on final. Okay, so bring my power back just a touch, start my base. And let's get ready to touch down on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I just hope I know which route I'm going. Could end up on the wrong route. I think this is our road here in front of us. Keep the turn going. See what I mean by getting lost? There we go. I'm getting a little bit slow. Put some power back in. Bring the flaps in, full flaps. Gears down, lights are on. Touchdown in that clearing right there in front of us. So after the tree, I'm gonna touch down.
Transporter form dispatched. You did it. Nice. Secure the plane with the parking brake.
What did she say? Oh. Alrighty, there's our bus. Let's bring it to low idle. Turn my landing lights off. Give myself enough space to turn around because we're gonna take off in the opposite direction. Let's just turn around just a little bit. So these homeboys couldn't take a taxi. They had to wait for a doctor from the airport. Man,
Dispatch from medic. I'm on my way.
alright. We made it safe. I'm just gonna feather the prop just so I don't blow anyone away. In the meantime.
Transporter from dispatch. Good job, pilot. You saved a life today. Find a way to come back home.
I mean, I saved a life, I know. But thank you very much. It was a tough choice. It was a tough mission. But you know, we do it for our fellow mankind. Well, not do it for the money, though they're paying a jackload. But we're doing it for the reward of being able to help others. Why didn't you take the bus? You could have taken an ambulance. Why did you have me to fly out all this way? Yeah, look at this other guy. This guy kind of looks like me. Hey, my guy. Alright, looks like everyone in the bus is alright. So let's head back to Nairobi. Okay, while we're on the ground and I have time, I'm just gonna plug in the H Tel Kilo Juliet Kilo. There we go. Jomo Kenyatta, activate. And then we're gonna take off to the west this time. So let's get the prop back up. Running my lights can come on. Just still on. Idle. And drops the set. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Crew 455 says we're having a problem here with push-up flagging. Can you just get start?
Someone has issues. Okay, brakes are set. I'm not gonna
Kenya 2,
hold them
4,
too long
5
though,
up and
because I
up.
don't want to be flinging rocks and
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
the
a
aircraft.
position now. We can do the
Smoothly apply power. Oh, what is going on? Can't you see me? Let's apply power again. Okay, power is set. These and P's are in the green. Looking for about 45, 50 knots. And we're
Fly
airborne.
safe, and good luck with the landing.
Thank you very much. I'll see you in a bit. And I'd call that mission successful. Let's just head back to Nairobi. So climb power. After takeoff checks, pitching for about 70 knots. And then landing lights can come up. Come up. Touches pressures, flaps are up. We're good to go. Okay, we need to track 142. And once we're airborne, I'm just going to set cruise power and we can head back home. Okay, we do have time for another mission, so I'm just going to pull up NeoFly here quickly and see what mission we should do next. Okay, so we come down to the missions. Don't worry, I can still see what's happening outside.
Kenya Crew 455 ready for stuff.
Let's see, we have this mission here. This
Kenya 2,
goes
4,
into
5
the
as
field
Solid
here.
Cruise taxi holding point runway 06 by Juliet Golf and Kilo. Please walk 1762.
Okay, let's check for missions at Wilson. Maybe there's closer missions.
Taxi holding point runway 06 by Juliet Golf Kilo and after
Telling me this is the exact same place we came. Oh, we do have a mission from Wilson to... Okay, this looks like another challenging mission. I think what we'll do is we'll take off from Nairobi, head straight to Wilson, and then pick up this mission next. So that shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, we're safely above any of the other stuff. We can lower our nose, pick up the speed a little bit, maybe 90 knots. I think I'll just climb up to 9.5 for now. And these clouds. Oh yeah, this looks like a cloud. There's 9,500. I'm gonna level off. And let's set the cruise. Okay. Well, this has been such an interesting one. I mean, I see there's some airfields on the map here. HKTZ, somewhere to the left here. I'm guessing it's somewhere, I think that's it right there, or I might be mistaken. Maybe that could be the airfield. Looks like a scenic approach on the mountains on the eastern side there. Which I might need to climb a little bit high. I see these mountains might be an issue. So let's just go up to 11.5 just to be safe. And then I'll contact Nairobi Tower when we are about what 10 miles inbound before we get to the airspace. Okay, let's see how we're doing on fuel. So we have 92.8 gallons. We've used about 35 gallons already. Wow. And time till we have about 1 hour 52 of endurance left. So I might need to refuel when we get on the ground just to remain legal. It's 10,500. Let's get up to 12.5. Yeah, that definitely is the airfield. That also might look like an airfield right down here. Probably for lodge. So if we do have any issues, we're going straight for this. That is another one. Possibly for lodge, probably this lodge here. There's lots of airfields sprinkled out here. Looks like a very nice place to live. Okay, we have about 200 foot to go. Yes, 11,500. Not level off. Why is this thing shouting at me low fuel? HL.
Kenya 245. Over 100 degrees, 10 knots, clear takeoff, runway 06. Once airborne,
Pressure is good. What is this thing? Why does it flash?
Got the takeoff, runway 06.
No fuel? We have 2 hours of fuel. What is going on? Okay, I'm guessing it's just confused. Unless we have we've sprung a leak, but we'll be fine. Our fuel indications are good. Okay, so it looks like we're actually quite good. Batteries away from this. High terrain over here. Okay, looks like I'm to the left of the track. So I'm gonna be heading for that little plateau over there. But yeah, this is such a beautiful aeroplane. Such a workhorse. And I do have some cargo capacity over here. Let's see if NeoFly has any missions that can do cargo. But cargo missions are going to require me to go to a strip somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Let's just check. Usually sort by pay, but the paid missions, the higher the pay, the longer the journey. I'm not going to sit here for more than an hour and a half just for eating. So I see is in the passenger mission here, you have 6 packs. It's actually not that far out, so we could go here. Looks like a challenging little strip, so I'm definitely up for the challenge. Oh yeah, we just left this place. I don't want to come back here. Okay, let's sort by rank here. Let's see, 6 packs. You can do that comfortably, but if you have a look at the aircraft, these packs are gonna have to sit on the floor. It's gonna be quite an interesting flight for them, sitting on the floor. But going back to NeoFly, we do 12 packs. I don't know if we have the carrying capacity. 10 packs, or 2 packs, but it's out into the bush. This is the real bush. Okay, this looks quite interesting actually. It's quite far though. It's 152 miles. That will be a whole hour sitting here. Bunch of cargo missions, mail deliveries. Okay, this is a short one. Delivering mail to Meru. And it's actually quite a nice trip. Half tar, half dirt. Looks interesting. But that seems a little bit too easy. Let's get the toughest medical mission yet. What is this one? Aha! This looks interesting. It's this is the mission we're gonna do, yeah, definitely. Okay, we do have a road here we can land on. So looking at this just now, I can see there's some falls there, but the river is a good indication of where we need to be headed. I don't see any airports here, but yeah, this river is definitely going to be the place to go. So yeah, we definitely have our mission. Heading will be 069 or 69. Of course, that's going to be nice. Distance about 50 miles, so yeah, that's good. That's very good. I'm definitely up for the challenge. Exactly, lost almost 1,000 feet with me looking outside. She wasn't trimmed out that. Okay, we're almost there. I'll give Nairobi a call overhead. The city. Okay, so on a decent about 1,000 foot a minute. 1,000 foot a minute is about from 12.5 to what was our altitude? 5,500 feet. We're losing about 7,000 feet, so in about 7 minutes to destination. Okay, we're currently cruising at about 150 knots, so that's about 2.5 miles a minute, meaning 7 times 2.5. It's going to be about 15 miles from destination. Negative, about 18 miles from destination is when we'll start our descent. I'll just round it up to 20 just to give ourselves enough. A mile or two, just in case things were not to go as perfectly planned. We need to keep in mind though that we have traffic departing Nairobi. At the moment doesn't look like there's anyone flying. I don't know if tower is still open. Oh yeah, they're still open. Okay. Let's just quickly get the ATIS. 122.6. I set that in nav 2. Let's see if I can use that. Nav 2 code 2.
Target information Delta and X first contact. Nairobi information Delta current at 1700, wind 050 degrees 10 knots, static cloud at 2,600 feet, QNH 1021, dew point 20, temperature 16, runway 06 in use for arrival and departure. Departure frequency 122.8. Advise you of information Delta current and aircraft type on first contact.
Information Delta 050 at 10 knots. Okay, I think Tower is mixing it up a little bit.
Nairobi information Delta current at 1700 050 10 knots.
Okay, let's turn him off.
2000.
We have information Delta, QNH 1021. And we will call Tower. Oh, jeez, I'm going way up. I'm supposed to be heading in that direction. I just looked down and saw my heading was way off. Yeah, I'm not looking outside enough. And my altitude is all over the place. Yeah, so engine failure right now. I mean, we do have this series of fields here, but that's plowing through a ton of fences, which is never ideal. I mean, don't get me wrong, we can land quite short in this aircraft. Okay, we do have an airfield about, I don't know, 8 miles to our east here, so we'll probably head there, though I do not have it in sight. So, this is here. Yeah, I don't see the airfield anyway. So, there's some clearings in the forest, but it's gonna be very difficult. Let's come back to flying. Get our altitude sorted out. We used 40 gallons. Let's go back to fuel remaining. Actually, in fact, let's do time to end or empty. To empty. I don't know what the E stands for, but I think it's empty. Can just get a direct again, just to get my new track. I've drifted quite a bit off. It's about 148. So I was heading in the totally wrong direction. Right about here. So we're heading in this direction. And as I said, I'm going to call up Tower only about 20 miles inbound. Oh, whenever we're in its airspace. If you have a look here, this airspace starts right by the prohibited area, so we'll see how that goes. This has been quite an interesting... Are we picking up ice? What is this in the... You know, this game can be funny sometimes. You'll be flying and you just pick up ice. Literally out of the blue. It's just airframe icing. I mean, I'd get carburetor icing, but airframe icing. Come on. What is that? But yeah, it's definitely one of the most beautiful days I've seen to fly. I don't know if these are golf courses. This grass looks amazing. The farms in the mountains. Okay, so I can see we're coming up on his airspace. I'm just gonna give him a call now, just to get it over and done with. Nairobi, good day again, Mike Whiskey 2.
Mike Whiskey 2 Nairobi Tower, hello again. Position for a left base, runway 06.
Position for left base, runway 06, and we have information Delta, Mike Whiskey 2.
Mike Whiskey 2, apologies, information Delta is current QNH 1021.
QNH 1021, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, 1021 is set. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Okay, so he told us the position for a left base was 06. I think I have a field in sight in front of us there. No, I'm lying. Because there's a national park.
Mike Whiskey 2, report before turning final for runway 06.
Yeah, we'll report on the base before turning final, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, that looks like the airfield. So we're going to be overflying the city of Nairobi, and that looks like the runway over there. So I'm going to be aiming for about that point there. And as discussed, we said we're going to start our descent about 18 miles. So I'm going to start my descent now, 1,000 foot a minute, down to circuit altitude, which in this case would be 6,300. Again, once on the ground. Oh, hey Ridzani, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You just missed the action right now. We landed in the bush somewhere, but right now we're heading down to Nairobi International. We're about, let's see, about 17 miles out, and we're gonna be landing runway 06. And then afterwards, plan of action is to head out towards the bush again to deliver a doctor in order to save some people. Yeah, I was really shocked when we actually went to save a bus. I was expecting to see a crashed A380 upside down, and I see a bus. A bus of all things. Crazy. RB Mike, let's get to request. Nope, wrong button. That's the reverse button. That would have killed us. Okay, so I want to ask Tower if we can just do a touch and go, just so I can. Ah, but no, that won't end the mission. I will do a stop and go, and then okay, we'll do a full stop, taxi back, and then depart towards Wilson, and then do a full stop there, start the mission, and then head towards what's this place called again? This bush out here. Tower for Mike, is it too?
Mike Whiskey 2, Nairobi Tower, go ahead.
Yeah, would like to make it a full stop, taxi back and depart towards Wilson.
Mike Whiskey 2, just confirm, will that be a full stop and you'll be exiting off the runway?
If I'm full stop, back taxi, and then question exit, taxi back, and then depart towards Nairobi, Wilson.
Mike Whiskey 2, not a problem.
Yeah, I'm doing a mission and it won't let me end the mission without stopping.
Mike Whiskey 2, don't worry.
Alrighty, so Hal has no problem with that. I think this is the military airport. I don't know what it's called. All I know is it has an E in its name, and Wilson should be right over there. And then this here should be the city center. Now this shouldn't be allowed, but I'm gonna assume we have special clearance in order to go to over the city of Nairobi. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm not biased. Yeah, it should be the airfield right there. Just trying to make sure that my hypothesis is false. Okay. Here comes the city of Nairobi. I'm gonna take a couple of screenshots. This is here, but this looks very interesting. Now, I've only been to Nairobi once only, and it was a very nice time that I had there. It was quite interesting. There's some highways over here. And someone has a swimming pool. Interesting. Yeah, there's quite a few swimming pools in the city here. It's just like Johannesburg. Flying around Johannesburg, everyone has a swimming pool. Jeez, everyone has a swimming pool for no apparent reason. Some are clean, some are dirty, but everyone has a swimming pool. So I'm just perfectly on the left base for runway 06. You have a look down here. Yep, here's that military airport. Actually, quite a big airport. I don't know if it's military or... but... yeah, have a good thing going over there. And grass and dirt runways. I'm guessing for training the people. So yeah, the sun worked out pretty good. So as returning base, we should be about 6:3. We should be there in another minute or so. And there's Wilson. So after departure, it's going to be a left-hand downwind straight to Wilson. Yeah, that was to go to our leveling off. Mike was good to early left base, runway 06.
Mike Whiskey 2, wind 050 degrees, 10 knots, clear to land runway 06.
Clear to land 06, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, let's go.
Mike Whiskey 2, sorry, if you'd like, you're welcome to do a stop and go, so just stop on the runway and complete your mission and then carry on going from the runway if you'd like, or you can exit the runway, it doesn't matter. Either way, it's quiet.
Oh, sweet, I guess I'll just stop then. Thanks.
Mike Whiskey 2, not a problem. In that case, wind 050 degrees, 10 knots, clear to stop and go.
Okay, stop and go, runway 06, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight for the numbers. Just quite the wide base. I did not anticipate it to be this wide. And let's start setting up for landing. So downwind checks. Undercarriage fixed. I'm gonna go props full forward. Landing lights are on. And once we're in the wide arc, we'll go flaps to 28 degrees. So yeah, it's quiet for a weekend. I was expecting it to be a little bit more busy than it is today, so get me right on glide slope. We go straight for the numbers. Start slowing this baby down. Okay, we are within flap speed. Go first notch of flaps. Because we're already on final, we're gonna go full flaps. Pitching for about 65 knots. Add some power. Keep us from descending too quick. Upswing forward, mixture storage. Add some on. Return ignition on. Okay, I'm a little bit low now, but I just want to touch down on the numbers. Okay, I'm gonna start bringing that power back to idle.
Great work out there today. Another life has been saved thanks to you.
Thank you very much, man. Okay. Call it a day. Let us bring that back to low idle. And oh, brakes it too much here. Parking brake is set. We ended the mission. Let us fly to Whiskey.
Whiskey 2, welcome back to Nairobi.
Transporter
Clear
dispatch.
takeoff runway
Transit mission
061
today.
ready.
I'm waiting at our new base.
Airport 1 ready, Mike Whiskey 2. Actually, no, we're ready now.
Mike Whiskey 2, clear takeoff runway 06, 1050 degrees techno.
Clear takeoff 06, Mike Whiskey 2. Right. Parking brake is off. Lights, everything is set. Are we clear for takeoff? Oh, I'm waiting for takeoff. We have power in. Right shoulder. Looking for about 50 knots to rotate. And we're airborne. Whiskey 2 airborne, runway 06.
Mike Whiskey 2, roger, early turnout is approved if needed, and monitor Unicom 122.8. Thank you very much for giving us traffic tonight.
122.8, thanks for being here as well. Mike Whiskey 2, enjoy your evening. Okay,
You too, cheers.
alright, after takeoff checks, I've been given early left, so I'm heading straight for Wilson. And I can turn the, just leave the landing lights on because our flight is only 2 seconds, 1 minute long. Okay, so wind is easterly, meaning I'm expecting to be joined. Let's just start slowing down, and I'm expecting to land easterly. Oh, but actually I could take, yeah, landing easterly. So I'm gonna join on a right down in for, I'm guessing this is runway 05, 07. Yeah, I didn't do my research on Wilson. Okay, let's just level off here. So now let's go back down to 60. Okay, get those down and checks out the way. Landing lights on. Mixture set. Pitch. Flaps. I'm gonna wait for my speed to go down. Go 10 degrees of flap. Okay, it's 10 degrees of flap. Oh, not 10 degrees. First notch is about 20 or so degrees. Everything is still in the green. I'm gonna try and do a short approach. Okay, I'll just go prop full forward now. Okay, I'm aiming to touch down on the numbers. I want to touch down right there, and then start the next mission. Okay, I'm gonna make this a short one, so I'm gonna start my turn now. Start descending. There's the runway. I don't think the residents will be too happy with me doing this. Okay, full flap. Okay, it's runway 07. Okay, I did not touch down on the numbers, but
Transporter from dispatch. Welcome to our new base.
no, it's not our new base. Okay, I'm gonna vacate here and then call it a day. Okay, let's get this mission going. So where was that mission again? No, it wasn't this one. It was heading out this way. Yes, this one. Oh. Okay, let's fly this mission.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. A plane has just crashed. Bring the doctor to the crash site.
I'm gonna need to stop up some fuel. Okay, I'm gonna bring the doctor to the crash site. I'm just waiting for her to board.
Good morning, pilot. Bring
Hello.
me as close as possible to the crash.
Yes. Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Transporter, medic on board. Go, go, go.
Okay, so after departure, I'm gonna try and stay out of Nairobi's airspace. I'm just gonna head out towards what is this place called? Our destination. Now it's gonna be tricky. I'm just gonna bug heading 069. That's what we're gonna try and track. So after departure, it's pretty much straight ahead, and we're good to go. Okay, so flaps are set. We'll take off. There we go. Let's hold the brakes. Bring it on up. Release the brakes. Gonna be a short fuel takeoff. Not a right rudder. Just gonna keep that nose down. Then we head.
Fly safe, and good luck with the landing.
You're welcome. No, yeah, thanks. Not too welcome, what am I saying? Off the ground at 45 knots. One of the craziest airplanes out there. Okay, I can go flaps up. Pitch 70. And flag too. Oh, that's propped down. And landing ramps can come up. I don't want to get too close to his airspace. Okay. We're climbing to about 7,500 feet. And then I'm going to keep an eye on the NeoFly map.
Mike Whiskey 2, Nairobi Tower.
Go ahead.
Mike Whiskey 2, it looks like you have entered my airspace. What are your intentions?
Transitioning through, heading to the east, flight number 095. Well, that was an airspace incursion on my part.
Mike Whiskey 2, roger. Mike Whiskey 2, what will your new destination be?
Stand by. Mike was going to be heading to Masinga.
Mike Whiskey 2, roger.
Okay, MSFS 1013. As we're climbing to flight level 905. All the gauges still look good in the green. And we're flying over Nairobi. Let's take a screenshot of this. Geez, we're climbing quite quickly, eh? It's just a workhorse, this aircraft. Okay, we have 500 feet to go. And yeah, it looks like we're bang on track. Let's level up. Guess we're just gonna head straight for the mountain there. Right, now what I wanted to do is use my distance from Wilson as a marker, because this place we're going is 53 miles from Wilson, so we have about 48 miles to go, 47, sorry. And then we can just fly off of our reference outside. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of clouds out there, so we might have to deal with that as we get closer. Gee, there's quite a lot of cloud in that area there. Let's bring that power back just a touch. Beautiful weather. And there's Jomo Kenyatta's runway. Me and my I decided to go straight through his airspace without checking in. I'm interested to see what my track looks like. Let's just check on the map here. I've been flying around crazy. Definitely been flying around like crazy. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up on window capture. Yes. Okay, so if you have a look here, this is my flight plan. We've been flying around like crazy. And now I'm heading this way. But I think once we land, I'm gonna end the mission there and call it a day. Okay, let's head back to the sim. Okay, we've climbed quite a bit. Okay. It's a lot of, I don't know if these are airports. This looks like an airfield. Or maybe it's just me seeing airfields everywhere. Probably just me. But that looks like a hangar and airports here. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we should be getting out of this airspace soon. Okay, let me just quickly switch over to NeoFly, and then we can have a look at the mission. So you can see we're tracking, okay, almost perfectly towards our mountain here. And then once we overfly it, I think it's to the southeast of the rapids here. If we can find that though. So yeah, that's the plan of action. And I'm assuming the doctor's sitting here without a seatbelt. They just have something to put their feet up against, so you need to brace for impact. Just put your feet there and hold on tight. Okay, we're coming out into the rural areas here. It's pretty quick how you transition from city to rural areas when you're flying, especially in Africa, as I've noticed. It's very quick, but getting out to the city could take a few hours. Out of the city could take a few hours, but when you're flying, it's gonna take 10-15 minutes, and you're out in the middle of nowhere, which would take you about a 30-minute drive. 30-minute drive. What am I saying? Take you about an hour, 2-hour drive to get to the same place. Okay, I'm starting to see what looks like the river out there in the distance. That over there, that might be the rapids we're talking about. Oh, I'm just seeing something wrong. But our mountain took a little bit off to the right. Because here's the river. If you follow it up, yeah, it goes up towards that same area. Let's just scroll down to Wilson. Okay, we're about 18 miles from Wilson. Which is fine. Means we're about almost halfway there. This is beautiful. This is out in the middle of the outback here. There's nothing. So I would definitely love to go out and live out in the middle of nowhere for about a week or so. Just me, my tent, maybe a gas stove, a little bit of food, 2-minute noodles. And yeah, I feel like that would be such an awesome experience. Remember the one time I went to Kenya, I went up into the mountains, Mount Kenya side, and the one memory that I remember sticking with me for the longest time was looking up in the middle of the night and seeing thousands of stars. I don't know, it was just so many, and it was so dark, and there were so many stars, and I was starstruck. Yeah, I was in such amazement because I was into astronomy growing up. So yeah, it was quite the experience, and I've only ever had that experience once, not even once. I think I've never had that experience again. When I was doing my R building, I came close to that when the place we were flying to, there was load shedding in that area, so there was no lights, and it's pretty far from the town, I must say. And we looked up at the stars and were like, oh wow, this is actually quite beautiful. But the moon was up, so it wasn't as good as that. And I've been hunting that experience ever since. I just want to go into the middle of a desert, or the middle of the ocean in the middle of the night, and just look up at the stars. Okay, so looking at our distance here, we're about halfway there, 24 miles. Should start our planning our descent here, so I'm just going to pull up Sky Vector on my second monitor here and see what the land here is. It's about 4,000 feet, so we're going to be losing about 5,000 feet. So 5,000 feet at 1,000 foot a minute, 5 minutes at 2.5 miles a minute. It's going to be about it's going to be about what am I thinking? My mind went somewhere else. It's about 8 miles from our destination. So when we're about what is this place called? 25 miles, no, 45 miles from Wilson, we'll start our descent. Okay, there's the rapids. Yeah, I was definitely seeing other things here. Yeah, there's the lake. It should be just to the south of that, in the middle of a field somewhere. We'll see where we're headed. Flying over a mountain or hill. It's quite big actually. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge than the previous one because, as I said, if you pull up the map here, okay, we're tracking a little bit to the left, just north of my heading just a touch. But if you have a look at the destination here, we have this field here. We could try and put it down in this field, adjacent to the crash site. So we'll see. I'll try and get it as close as possible. So yeah, this field looks ideal. I'm just assuming the farmer didn't plant anything. It's going to be a bare field, as they always are here in Flight Sim 2020. If that doesn't work out, we'll probably head for the road. The doctor will have to run then. This is going to be interesting. But I hope it's not a bus this time again, as it was last time. Because if it's a bus, I'm going to be pissed. Came all this way to save another bus. Couldn't they get a doctor from the nearby hospital? They could literally drive themselves out of trouble. But I'm guessing this is one of the top officials in the country that requires immediate assistance. They would have ordered a helicopter, but it wouldn't be quick enough. Okay, system queue. Looks good. I'm gonna set my DI and we're good to go. Okay, so we're well out of Nairobi's airspace. Okay, there's the rapids over there in the distance. And we said 43 miles from destination, we should start our descent. Okay, so our QNH was 1021 last I checked. I'm just gonna cheat and press B. So I'm assuming we have a person on site with a barometer to measure what the QFP is and calculate the QNH for us. So I'm just gonna go B. So QNH is, yeah, 1021, hasn't changed much. And we're quite high, so let's just descend down to 9,500 feet. Okay, Wilson is off the list at the moment. Oh, it's down at the bottom of the list, 35 miles, so we have about 5 miles still we need to descend. 10 miles, what am I saying? Okay, just come up to the map here and see if we're still on track. Yeah, we're looking good. Looking good on track now. So we're going to... Actually, we've been tracking quite good, unlike the last flight. Might take a detour by the rapids there, but yeah, looks quite scenic actually. Okay. Off into the distance. Let's do some scenic shots. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Right here, slow everything down. Make sure this plane is not... Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this plane under AI control. I've never done that before. Where's the menu? AI. Basic controls. Did they turn it off? Replay. Pause. Interesting. I'm guessing they turned it off because the AI used to fly the plane. Okay, look at me looking at us being. What about flying the plane? Drifted quite a bit to the left. But yeah, let's just make sure, hope it's in trim. Not hope, make sure it's in trim. And then do some scenic shots. I feel like this should be a revealing shot, revealing the land and the distance. Ooh, that looks amazing. We just let the music play and just listen to it. music's done. Yeah, that was nice. And look at that, we did not even gain 100 feet. I mean, we kept turning to the left, but I'm guessing that's because the controls are frozen. Okay, so Wilson is about 45 miles, so yeah, start our descent now. Far back 1,000 feet, and then start looking for this place. So on the map, oh geez, we've drifted quite a bit. On the map here, I'm looking for this road because this is the easiest to spot. And then we'll see. Okay, see the rivers, or the dried up riverbeds meeting up here. There's that little dark patch over there, whatever this dark patch is what I'm looking for. Let's bring it far back just a touch. Don't want to overspeed on the descent. Actually, we're doing quite well on the descent, I'm not overspeed or anything. So the dark patch could be the hill, but I'm looking for the road first. Have a look over here now. That looks like the road there. And this looks like default stuff. Interesting. Oh wait, that might be the road. Yeah, but this looks like the road. So confused. So I think it's just after this road here. They should be getting close. They'll notify us when we're getting close. Okay, the clouds are way further than us. Anticipating that, yeah, I wouldn't want to be going into that. That would be quite the challenge. Okay, so I'm guessing it's right.
Transporter form dispatch. You
Yeah.
are less than 3 miles from the drop zone. Find a way to land.
Copy that dispatch. We'll be landing soon. Okay, according to the map, that's not the route. I actually almost overhead the... Here's the dark patch. Oh! Yeah, I'm guessing the satellite imagery was screwed. Here's the road. So they should be somewhere in this area. According to this, it should be somewhere in this area over here. Well, the environment doesn't look too good. Wait, what is that? It's a house. Okay, so according to this, they're on our left wing. Oh, I think I see them. If I'm not seeing a house. Okay, well that changes our plans then. Okay, I'm looking for the fire truck. Should be somewhere in this direction. Let's see them there. Oh, I think that's it. That's a tree. just slow down. Up full forward. Let's get those landing lights on. I won't lie, I do not see these people at all. Apparently they should be just off our left wing. Where's these guys? Flying around in circles. Apparently they should be behind us. Are they in the dirt there? Oh, she's disappearing, that's why I can't see her. Or maybe I'm just finding an excuse. Okay, let's turn around. I'm gonna make it a steep turn, just so I don't end up orbiting around them. Oh yeah, NeoFly is giving me issues for it. I'm just gonna have the map off to my left here, just so I can see. Okay, so it says I should be heading straight for them right now. Where are they? They should be straight ahead. Is that it? Oh, okay, I see a car. Another car. Where's the accident aircraft? Huh? What's going on? Okay, at least I know where they are. I don't see the plane. Okay, let's see where the wind is coming from, and then okay, so wind is straight behind us, so we're just gonna make a U-turn here and call it a full stop. So I'm gonna do an 80 to 60 turn. So one of the course reversal turns. So it's 80 to one side and then 260 the opposite direction. It should put you right on final, or right where you started, but in the opposite direction. As we maintain the bank angles and the speed the same. So I did slow down a little bit. Should be facing them right now. Not sure which field it is. Don't tell me I'm lost. Should be one of these fields here. Perhaps 10. Nothing right so on. Okay, I see the car. Touchdown right off the road. This was easier than expected. Nope. I don't want to touch down
Transporter
here.
form dispatch. You did it. Nice. Secure the plane with the parking brake.
Let's get some reverse going. transponder can come off. Ignition can come off. We came all this way for a van. What is going on? Where's the plane that crashed? Or is it just an emergency? Alright then, we'll just park it here.
Dispatch from medic. I'm on my way.
Medic's on our way.
Transporter from dispatch. Good job, pilot. You saved a life today. Find a way to come back home.
Well, thank you very much, but I won't be making it home tonight. I'm just gonna chill out here with the doctor. Okay, let's shut this baby down. So, ideally I'd want to turn off the radios now, but have a look at what happens in this aircraft when you try to turn off the radios. Like, I clicked on it once, but look. It just switches itself on. So I'll just leave it on. I'm gonna feather the prop. Just love the sound it makes when you feather it. Just have a listen here. Okay, feather the prop, and then we can turn our mixture off. So making sure everything is off, and then mixture can go to idle cutoff, and then radius and all this can. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's always interesting when I come out here to do these things. But if you enjoyed it, well, leave a like, share, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And we'll see. I'll see you the next time.